Oh my gosh, I finally get to meet you in person.
Hi.
It's the man of the hour.
Oh God.
So,
No pressure.
so I'm gonna be nice.
Thank you.
You're gonna try.
So I'm gonna start by asking, other than the classic stuff, because
Yeah.
the classic stuff has been beaten to death, what do you think worked and didn't work from season 3, and what would you change? What would you have changed?
Well, the truth is, we can't obviously go backwards and redo anything. We can only try to sort of figure out what worked and what didn't and do better going forward. I think that what I will say is there wasn't enough hope or wins. There weren't enough funny moments in the show last season. Definitely. I was in a dark place. I'm not quite sure what I was, I must have been exercising some demons because I really did want to challenge the audience in a way. I wanted to tell that story, which was a story about the loss of control. Ultimately, it was the story about a thing taking over your body and forcing you to, and not caring about your body. She would do anything to get you to take the chip because all she cared about was your mind, and it led to some really, really awful and I thought fascinating things. But one of the things that I noticed was the go-to sort of comic relief was always Jasper and Monty, and they last season were on their own really dark storylines, and so we would cut to the comic relief and we would get more sadness, and so that I think is something that we'll definitely try to do better.
I think I'll be honest, my number one issue with the show, again, wasn't Alexa, it was the fact that every character was so dark that it became they became irredeemable. Even Clark, who's one of my all-time favorite TV characters, was so self-involved the entire season, and I just want to know, and don't even get me started with Bellamy, but I just want to know, how do you bring those characters back without kind of destroying what you did to them this season?
Well,
where it would be organic?
We'll never forget what happened, for sure. I mean, we're going to continue the journeys of those characters. I feel like I disagree with the way you just characterized Clark. For sure, Bellamy had a really dark turn last season, and to me it was consistent. I understood all of the things that he was doing and why he was doing them. I think we did it too quickly, and there was certainly one of the downsides of seeing the show, week after week instead of the binge experiences. You don't get to episode 5 until the way it worked for the press was like we gave you guys 4 episodes and you had them for like 4 months and you had to live with, wait, why would Bellamy do that? He would never do that. And then in 5 he kind of explained it. So, but I hear you. For me, character development doesn't always have to be in the positive direction. You don't always have to make people go from like dark to light. You can backslide and you can do horrible things, and they're just trying to save their people. And the story that we've always told is, how far will you go to save your people? And one of the ways that we, I think, answer the question that you asked, which is a good one, is, do they deserve to survive? They're facing an unsurvivable thing, and not all of them, there won't be enough lifeboats for them this season. And do they deserve those seats?
But the problem was, it didn't seem like they had to do that. And that was the problem, because Bellamy killed like 300 people.
It was a preemptive strike, for sure. And, I think preemptive strike I personally think it's a disgusting tactic, but we live in a world right now where, the government of the United States sometimes does things preemptively to prevent something terrible from happening, and that's what he thought was behind his actions in that particular story.
And then what do fans
He was
expect,
wrong.
What do fans expect for season 3?
From season 4?
Sorry.
Well, I think season 4, it's a totally different story. The way we've always sort of changed it up every season, season 1 was the origin story, season 2 was about weather, season 3 was the AI, and season 4 is the world strikes back, the earth itself. The environment starts to break down and weird things start happening, animals start behaving in strange, terrifying ways, and so they'll quickly realize they can't survive this thing on the ground, and it won't be about stopping it, it'll be about who survives. And again, back to your question, do they deserve to? And Bellamy doesn't think he does. And so it'll be ultimately, an interesting journey for him to see whether or not he makes it out.
I know people have been like, oh, Bellamy's been redeemed. And I personally don't think that he was. I think he's just barely started that. So can we get that? Is that going to take a while for him to kind of get his...
Bellamy hasn't been redeemed at all in my mind. And if Bob isn't here today, he and I have talked a lot about the fact that we like Bellamy when he lives in the gray. We like him as a character who sort of is emotional and impulsive and doesn't always think his actions through. And this time he made a bad choice, hugely bad choice, and he'll live with the results of that. But he's still living with the results of throwing the radio away, which led to the culling on the arc in season 1. And the guy's, he's changed quite a bit, but he's still the same person. And we're not trying to redeem him for that. We're not trying to redeem him for the death of those 300 people. He did that, and he'll always have to be judged. And at the end of the day, again, we'll ask the question in a big way: does he deserve to survive when not everybody will, because of what he's done?
Are we going to need new Arcers this season?
What'd you say?
Are we going to need new Arcers this season?
New Arcers?
Or a new station?
No, there's no plans for a new station to come back into the picture. We'll definitely have a lot of screen time with her. No, but there will definitely be new grounders that we meet, and we'll play in the grounder Archer political world a lot. Are you coming to take? Do you want to ask us both some questions?
I was just told that to sit as Jason's table.
Am I supposed to?
They need to take you away. We don't want them to, but they have to take you away. I don't recognize you.
Be careful of that one. She's got the really hard question.